Have you ever heard of drivelab? Well, I haven't either. Hey guys, Rob Caputo here, and I'm here to talk to you about a company by the name of drivelab. Now, I have never heard of drivelab before until I kind of ran across them on Instagram, of all places. So, kind of swiping through, I just happened to find Griffin Burke's company. Spoke to him for a little while on Instagram, messaged him back and forth. I wanted to learn a little bit more about the company. And he seems to be onto something here, you know, because to be quite honest, you know, cleaning your car and washing your car can be a little bit laborious, and sometimes you want something that's a little quick. It's an easy formula. It's pretty much a three-step process, you know, from washing the car to wiping it down and then just basically putting a little bit of a shine on your wheels. And that's all it is, you know. So he kind of like, doesn't guarantee, but tells you that within a half hour, 40 minutes, which normally takes me to detail a car an hour and a half. In 40 minutes, 30 minutes, you can wash your entire car and just get professional results and then go out and drive your car and enjoy it. I mean, keep in mind, after you wash your car and you spend hours working on it, within 5 miles, it looks like crap again. So, you know, let's be honest, we're daily drivers. I like to drive my cars, and that's where Griffin comes into play. You know, he's an enthusiast. He goes out and races his cars. You know, he's got his Porsche and he tracks them. So he's not worried about like perfection, you know, but he is worried about making sure that it looks good. So rather than me explain the company, let's have him explain what his philosophy is. So let's just listen to Griffin and have him explain a little bit about the company.
I'd rather be out driving my cars than washing them, but I also want them to look good and I want them to stay that way. So I want washing to be quick and effective, and as much as I'd love there to be one formula you could just like spray and rub into your paint and you're done, those can scratch your paint, they don't clean your wheels, and you need other products to shine, protect, and dress your car anyways, so I go with drivelab. Their wash kit only has 3 steps and it delivers professional results in minutes. So for step 1, I'm using the soap and the foam cannon, and this is the strongest soap you can get that's safe on all surfaces. It replaces pre-rinses and wheel cleaners. And with just a tire scrub, a barrel brush, and a pressure wash, I'm done with my wash in 5 minutes. Then step 2 is a special spray coating. Instead of a messy contact wash, this lubricates and cleans road film and clears hard water stains while I'm drying. And the really crazy part is it's shining and protecting my paint without a bunch of streaky residue I need to buff out or another product or step to slow down my process. Then step 3 is just a no-brainer. This is a durable tire and trim coat that lasts, it doesn't fling all over my paint, and my tires look brand new again. Simple does not get better than this, so go grab a kit, speed up your wash, and get back to driving.
So let's be honest, I think it's a good product. You know, I think I was looking at the SDS sheets and I was kind of reading up on each of these products and wanted to learn a little bit about what was inside of it and all that kind of stuff. And we could do that, you know, but I wanted to kind of like focus on Griffin and his history because I wanted to learn a little bit more about where he came from and how he got into the automotive business and how did he get into detailing, you know, because he wasn't a professional detailer. He was actually in the fitness industry for about 10 years. Went to school for bio and nutrition behaviors, you know, and basically he learned about chemistry, obviously. So that's where that, you know, that mix, that hybrid between chemistry knowledge and the automotive, you know, he has an affinity to motorsports, which I do too. He's a gearhead, you know, and a science nerd. So the combination's perfect. He wanted to make it a perfect wash setup. So instead of focusing on all the gimmicks, focus on solving the problems that slow us down and get to a quick wash, right? A good soap, a good wipe down, and you're off to the races, right? So the first step was the hot lap. Pulled the SDS sheets for hot lap. This is the wash. That's what he calls hot lap. And basically it's a very high pH soap. So it's very basic, you know, and it's usually the basic soaps are very slick to the touch, you know, it's got a lot of lubricity. This one happens to be pH 13 on a scale of 0 to 14, so it's up there, which makes it very effective in terms of cleaning the surface, removing oil films, and you know, any track road grime and stuff like that. It's not going to remove everything, right? Nothing is a perfect touchless wash. You know, you hear it from like all the different manufacturers and the true detailers that know that you're going to have to do a little bit of contact wash, right? And that's where the one wiper comes in. That's his contact wash. So rather than going into a 2-bucket method, he says, you know what, this is going to remove a majority of it, and then the one wiper is going to actually remove the rest. So I'd like to give it a shot. I'm gonna try it on both my cars. One of them is a darker color car, so I think you're gonna see some of the results a little bit better. The only downside is it doesn't have a proper ceramic coating. It's got like a spray coating on it, which should work anyway. I mean, it's hydrophobic and it doesn't collect dirt. The idea is to basically have a proper ceramic coating, which he sells, by the way. It's called Overshield, and it's a graphene infused ceramic coating. Put that on, and it's very hard for any of the dirts and the oils and stuff like that to stick. So that's why the hot lap can actually clean it in one step, right? You basically have high surfactants, high pH level, and it basically dissolves any of the road grime and the dirt that could scratch your car during the one wipe cycle. So anyway, the second step is the one wiper. Now that SDS sheet explains that it's a pH of a 2.5 to 3, which means it's on the acidic side. So you're doing the basic wash. The one wiper does have surfactants in it. It's got surfactants, but it's not a silicon dioxide. Actually, let's see. So the Overshield, the proper ceramic coating that he sells, and he has all these SDS sheets online. You could just pull them up and you could read them. Nothing is a trade secret. He's got all the chemicals in there, and then approximate percentages of each by weight. But the primary ingredient for his ceramic coating is, let's see if I can get this right, but decamethylcyclopentasilisane. So basically, it's a silazane product, but instead of 2 oxygen atoms, there's actually 5. It's pentasilazane. And then when you hop over to the one wiper is what you're going to use after you do your hot lap wash, right? And you get a majority of the stuff removed from the paint. And this has like a kind of a combination of things, right? It's surfactants to clean off the remaining products. It actually has a carnauba wax built into it also, so that gives you a little bit of a glow, a little bit of a shine. Benzoates, which is the fragrance. It's interesting. It's got like a little mix of everything. You know, I guess where I become skeptical is that, you know, it's a product that includes everything. And I know we're trying to and Griffin's trying to put everything into one product, one wash, one clean off, one wiper, right? I don't know. I'd have to test it to see, and then we're going to do that next. But I wanted to kind of explain to you what's in these products. It's the Overshield for the proper ceramic coating. His ceramic coating lasts, in his testing, 3 to 5 years. So that's what he's saying, but he's also recommending, and I think he's very much of a realist, you know, Griffin. So he's saying like every year, you know, it's pretty easy to install. It's very forgiving. So install it every year or a year and a half or 2 years. You know, why wait the 3 to 5 years? You know, you're going to lose, no matter what product you put on your car, you're going to lose some of that hydrophobic characteristic. You're going to lose a little bit where, you know, behind the wheels where it gets a lot of the grime and it starts to get clogged. So those areas you're going to have to kind of hit anyway. So I think this is something that you're going to see more and more of. He's going to become a little bit more popular as we get his name out there. But I believe more YouTubers should try this out, give him a shot, and see what it's all about. But I love the idea of simplifying everything and getting it out into the public. So, you know, I'm really curious to see how they perform. So let's get right to it. This is Talking with Cars. Woo! All right, so right off the bat, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you exactly how dirty this car is. You can see the grime all over it. It's not bad considering I didn't wash this car in over a month because I was waiting to do this video. I wanted to kind of give it a chance to get dirty. Wheels. Definitely dirty, right? It's got grime on it. The wheels are supposed to be scrubbed, right? It's way too much for any soap to remove the grime. But this on the paint should come off, right? So on the paint, any smudges, anything on the hood. You know, you can see that it's dirty. I mean, this is my definition of dirty, but this is my definition of dirty. All the sides have this you know, spotting from the road grime and the rain and all that kind of stuff. So we're gonna see if it takes that off. I'm not in the mood to wash my car, to be honest. So this is the perfect scenario, and I'm ready to put my 4.8 ounces of material, or my hot lap, into my foam cannon. He does have his own foam cannon. Obviously I didn't get that, but all right, this is 4.8 ounces, so it's quite a bit. You know, and the dilution ratio depends on how much grime you have on the car. So I'm gonna try a heavier dilution ratio because it's quite dirty, and I wanted to try the product out. So in this foam cannon, it holds 1,000 milliliters. So figure like between, I would say between 3 to 5 ounces of material based on how much hot lap you want to put on the car. So let's go ahead and put this into the foam cannon reservoir. So let's close this up. Let's go ahead and wash the car, and hopefully in a half hour I'll be done. Just so you can see how much of this I used. This is a 16-ounce bottle, and that's how much I used, right? So if you go heavy with the ratio, you are going to go through this quite quickly. But typically I would recommend like 2.5 ounces. Hopefully you're washing your car often, and you don't have to really kind of deal with using that much material. All right, so the first thing he wants us to do is rinse down the car. He's a proponent of rinsing it down before you actually wash it. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Cool off the panel. All right, put it on max, and let's go to town. Let's put soap on it. I like the consistency. I think it's really good. Now, he doesn't want you to dry this on the car. He wants you to rinse it off after a couple minutes. Let it do its work. Let it clean off the dirt. All of it's gone. We're gonna let it soak for 2 minutes. You can definitely see the dirt kind of falling off the car. The one thing I worry about all the time with these types of products is whether or not they're going to stay in the driveway. So hopefully it doesn't stay in the driveway. All right, let's start rinsing it down. It's actually bringing back the hydrophobic characteristics on the bottom half of the car. It definitely need a little bit more quick bead on here, but it's, wow. Even the front of the car, the hydrophobics are coming back. But like the rear wheels, I mean, they're like perfectly clean. It's unreal. I mean, the hydrophobics are packed even on the back of the car. just a spray coating, by the way, guys. This is not even a proper coating. Griffin, I'm blown away. I'm wasting time just rinsing it because I'm so excited about it. I'm wasting 10 minutes. 10 minutes, the car is clean. Now I'm gonna blow dry it, right? And then I'm gonna use the one wiper. All right, so let's go ahead and start using the one wiper before it starts to spot, maybe? I mean, if there's anything left. There is a little bit left on the car, but as Griffin said, it's impossible. It's literally impossible to get a touchless car wash. Impossible. You're always gonna leave a little bit behind. But the question is how much are you gonna leave behind, and will it scratch the car if you use just like high quality microfiber towel and what he calls the one wiper. Let's spray it on the car, shake it up a little bit. It's not the slickest in the world. I don't think it is, but it doesn't appear to be causing any scratching or marring or anything like that. The only area is, like, for instance, if you have a little bit of road grime that's kind of stuck on the surface and you have to kind of rub it a little bit. Sometimes that can cause a little bit of marring, especially if you don't have enough lubrication. So like on these lower body panels, the front of the car, you know, you might run into a situation where you have like something kind of stuck on the car and you have to kind of wipe it off. He gives you a few of these. I think there's a 5-pack. So what you want to do is you want to constantly turn the towel to a clean side. So, you know, you can see it's picking up dirt. But what you want to do is you want to basically put it on a clean side and just keep going. I'm going to do the whole back side of it now. There's some spotting up here on the roof. I'm curious to see how it removes that off the glass also. And again, this is a low pH, so it's a little bit on the acidic side. And then what you always have to worry about is when you're putting too much product on, is it going to streak? Is it going to leave something behind? Would I wash my car like this all the time? Maybe not. But if I want to do a quick wash and remove some of the soils on the car and not have to worry about it and do it within a half hour, which I'm at a half hour right now, guys, and I'm taking my time and I'm videotaping this whole thing. So, and I'll bring the camera up a little bit closer so you can see the final results. Yeah, I mean, it just cleaned up everything. No spotting. I'm impressed. Big time. Amazed. And it does get a little slick after you apply it. Some bug guts. But it removed it. It removed it pretty easily. Happy 4th of July, everyone. So there you have it. And just to show you how much I used, and I was pretty liberal with it. You can see this is how much I used. That's it. Not much at all. Bring you in a little closer. It's got a nice glare on it so you could see the product kind of flash off as I use it. And there's some spotting up here. I'm gonna hit that. Hit the glass. I mean, if anything, this is an incredible glass cleaner. Spots are gone. Spots are gone. I mean, you could see where you didn't wipe down because there's a little bit of a film. Because again, nothing is touchless. But once you do touch it, there's no film. Within 45 minutes, the entire car is done. Honestly, if I didn't film and talk through it, I could have gotten this done in a half hour. No question. Definitely. So I'm gonna let the wheels dry. I'm gonna put his tire dressing on it, see how that looks. I do want to show you a little bit of the streaking on the top side of the car. So I'm gonna take the camera off here and then show you that. But before I show you that, look at this. Look how clean that is. I did not use the bucket method. No buckets, no soap in a bucket. Just his soap right? His rinse down, and then one wiper. That's it. I mean, you can't tell me that's not impressive. Super impressive. Unreal. Unreal. But let's go through the roof and let's take a look at some of the streaking. You can kind of see it a little bit in the sun there. It's good that there's a little bit of a glare. So it's a little bit. It doesn't take much, actually. I mean, if I take my clean towel, and let's go grab that, right? Clean towel, and wipe it down, it comes off. So it's really nothing. Just a little bit of residual, but you can see it's coming off. All right, so I don't have an applicator, but I'm going to use an older microfiber towel, which should be plenty for his, or new shoes. This is dressing for tires. I'm going to put some on there. Some on, usually I put it on the applicator and I kind of wipe it on because I don't want to get out in the wheels. But, and of course, you know, I'm over applying. So on the next wheel, I'm going to go straight to the microfiber. But wow. Now that truly looks like, oh my God. Oh my God, Griffin. Wow. Wow. Holy cow. That is like better than the Adams graphene tire dressing. Are you kidding me? You got to look at this up close. Are you kidding me? I mean, that is like, I did it like live for you guys. This is crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Every single product he's got so far. And honestly, you could use his products in different ways. You know, I mean, like, you could use his soap, his hot lap, and then just do a regular contact wash like you normally would if you're worried about, like, you know, basically scratching or anything like that. Although I didn't get any, none, right? But it removed a majority of the grime. Wow. Incredible. All right, conclusions. I'm totally impressed. No question about it. The soap, the hot lap, is by far one of the best soaps I've tried. And I've tried quite a few. From the DIY Incredible Suds, CarPro Reset, the Adams, you know, soaps. This is by far one of the best soaps out there. Cleans off a majority of the debris, you know, the staining and everything. It brought back some of the hydrophobic characteristics, which I thought was incredible. So that's something to pay attention to when you believe you have some clogging or whatever the case is. This might actually help. And again, this is a pH 13. It's up there on the pH scale. It's a very basic product, but does really well. So I'm definitely going to continue to use Hot Lap as one of my primary soaps, no question about it. The one wipe, it's good. I mean, no question about it. I mean, as part of the whole program, it makes sense. You know, if you don't want to take out the buckets and basically wash it and do all that kind of like that step, it's definitely a quick wash. You know, I mean, if you don't have a lot of, in my opinion, if you don't have a lot of dirt on your car and you're just looking to rinse it down and get it clean, within 20 minutes, you'll get the entire car washed, rinsed, and wiped down pretty quickly. So within 15, 20 minutes, you can get the entire car done. So I believe in that. The other product that blew me away, and just going back a little bit, this did have a little bit of streaking. I'm not sure why that is. I don't know if it's because I was overusing the product a little bit. I didn't think I was. Maybe the towel that I was using was too damp and I should have kind of rotated the towels a little bit. But once I kind of wiped it down with a clean towel, it was gone. It was really quick, to be quite honest. And it didn't mar the surface or scratch the surface or anything. So his system works, no question about it. Now the question is whether or not you want to use his system or just use the Hot Lap, which is an excellent, excellent soap. and just do a rinse down with a microfiber towel or a microfiber mitt and soap in a bucket, and just put a little bit of this, like 2 ounces of it in the bucket. It's just a no-brainer. I mean, that works excellent. And then you could put a topper of your choice, any topper on the system. So, but this is a topper. It has some carnauba wax in it, so you're gonna have to keep that in mind if you want to, like, if you're putting this on and then want to put a silicon dioxide topper on top, keep that in mind, right? So you don't want to, like, typically mix products. The new shoes, the dress, blew me away also. So these 2 products alone blew me away. The soap did an excellent job, and the new shoes, I mean, it's just, I'm speechless. It's like, it came out so good. This is exactly how I want a tire to look. It looks brand new, right out of the factory. That black without glossy look to it. I took photos of it, I took video of it. It just blew me away. These 2 products alone, worth it. The microfiber towels that come in that 5 towel kit, incredible. I mean, they're really good. It's a little bit on the, like a shorter nap, and it's a heavier towel. I think it's 400 GSM. But yeah, I mean, it's an incredible microfiber towel, all-purpose towel. You could use it for pretty much anything. Drying the car, putting a topper on, wiping down any ceramic coatings, you know, and just leveling it off. I mean, it just pretty much does everything. And I guess that's what Griffin is really trying to do, simplify everything and just kind of get everything into one product. Sometimes that could be problematic when you're trying to do too much in one product and you need to break it out a little bit. And that's okay, you know, it's okay to have like maybe 3 products, unlike some of the other companies out there that have thousands, you know, and you don't even know what's out there. So I get it, you know, simplifying it is definitely the right approach, you know, and for the DIYer, the weekend warrior, this is all you really need. I mean, getting it this clean, I mean, that's like 90% of the population doesn't do that. So, I mean, we're pretty much the 1%ers, the OCDs that have the issue of cleaning the car like frequently, like once a week, twice a week. It's just insanity, but it's zen for us too, you know? Anyway, excellent product, Griffin. Go onto his website. I'm gonna put his link down below. You won't be disappointed. At minimum, get these 2 products right here, but I would get the entire kit. I would get the 1 wiper, the hot lap, the new shoes, and the dress, and just basically get everything. And try it out. You know, it's inexpensive compared to its competition. It's inexpensive, so I would go ahead and just get it. It's a no-brainer. It's American made. The guy's from California. That's why I wore this shirt, California Redwoods, right? So yeah, try it out. The link is down below, and support your US made products. Talk to you soon. Peace.